My name is Brandon and welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you like what you see in here, you're more than welcome to hit the subscribe button so you stay notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, let's get straight on with today's video. Hello and welcome back to Is That More Brandon? So in today's video, I'm actually going to be reviewing the first episode of Series 9 of Love Island. Now for me, I am absolutely obsessed with this show. I haven't watched it since the beginning, but I have watched 4 or 5 of the different series. I've written about the different shows. I've done blog posts about the different shows. I think I've done video reviews of some of the episodes, or at least reviewing some of the Islanders. But I thought today and this year I would do a video review of every single episode, which I know I've got a lot of competition in the YouTube game, but I'll give it a go. Like I said, I'm only doing this for myself, and it's nice to just rant to a camera knowing that people may watch your video and may also relate to the things that you say. So without further ado, I will get straight into my review. So I only have 1 page of notes, so it's not probably going to take me that long. In the first episode, I'll just get straight into it really, should I? We found out all 10 of the initial Love Islanders that were going in. So in no particular order, we had Harris, Lana, Shaq, Anna-May, Will, Tanyel, Kai, Olivia, Ron and Tanya. And I think for me, the only thing that I was potentially going to mess up on is calling Tanyel Tanya or Tanya Tanyel, because their names are just so similar, but obviously they are quite different, so yeah, that's fine. In terms of the first episode as well, this was the first and the debut series that Maya Jama, and Maya Jama was actually going to be presenting the show. She looks incredible. Like, for me, someone that isn't actually even interested in women, she is stunning, and yeah, I think she's a good addition to the show. Obviously, yeah, there's been all different presenters for this particular show, but obviously since Laura left, I think she's the perfect fit for the role, and she is stunning as well. So I think it was Harris and Shaq were the first 2 boys to enter the villa, so they were obviously able to speak to each other. In terms of Shaq, so he's 24 years old, he's airport security, and he kind of said that in terms of girls, if he finds that someone is attractive, there's no way he's not gonna kind of go for them. I think he seems quite confident, but also I feel like he's a little bit cheeky, which isn't a bad thing. It's good to have a little bit of personality, but also, yeah, I feel like, yeah, it's quite nice to have like a cheeky chappy in there. I think they're all kind of a little bit cheeky in their own way, but yeah, it was quite interesting to see him go in first. And then with Harris, he's a TV salesman, so I'm not sure exactly what that means. I'm guessing selling items within the TV. He's also 21. And he doesn't actually look that young. He does look a lot older in a more respectful way. But yeah, he also has said that he's never had a girlfriend. He kind of just seems to have things with girls, but he's never been able to bring anyone home to his family or be on a date for more than 3 months with someone. He's also really attractive. I think out of all the 5 boys so far, he is the best like looking guy in there. But I think that's just my personal preference. Like, obviously everyone else is going to have their own preference, but for me, I like tall, dark and handsome. He's definitely tall, he's definitely dark, he's definitely handsome, and he's got a few abs, so I'm not complaining. And then the rest of the boys obviously entered. So next was Will. So Will is a farmer. Didn't catch how old he was, but I think he's the TikTok famous farmer from TikTok. So I think when he went in, it was a little bit, I wouldn't say weird, but I think for him, he's kind of used to being in the online world or the content creating, influencing sort of world. So for him, I don't think it's as awkward as it is for maybe the rest of them. But also he did come across a little bit, I wouldn't say weird, but he's definitely different. So yeah, as of the first 3 guys going in, he's the least, he's the one that I wouldn't even say the one that I like the least, just the one that I'm not really sure about at the moment. And then we also saw Ron go in. So he's 25 years old. He has taken part in boxing previously, and he's actually blind in his right eye. I think he explained the story and later on, but he basically, yeah, he didn't want that to be a disadvantage to him going into the show, and also he felt like he didn't need to hide because that's just the way that he is. He actually told the boys straight away, so they kind of all knew straight away. And he did explain that he was in a relationship while he was in 6th form, but obviously that kind of didn't really work out, hence why he's now on Love Island. So yeah, the first thing to happen was obviously Maya Jama entered the villa. So she had her little slow catwalky kind of thing, lovely dress that she was wearing, hair looked stunning, makeup incredible, like stunning woman. And yeah, so she came walking through the door. Obviously all the boys were a bit like, oh, hello. And yeah, she basically said that they were gonna be able to introduce the boys to the girls that were coming into the villa. So one by one they came in, and obviously the different boys stood forward. So I'll just quickly go over that, won't take too much of your time. But Tanya was the first girl to walk through the door. So she's a biomedical science student, 22 years old, and she said that usually when she flirts, she'll full on flirt, and she's also usually the last girl standing when it comes to being at a nightclub on the dance floor, for example. Shaq was the only guy that stood forward for her, and she decided to couple up with him. So the first couple was Shaq and Tanya. The second girl was Anime. So she is a payroll admin, and she's 20 years old, and she does admit that she does talk quite a lot. Again, she doesn't look 20, she looks a lot older than that, but I think at the moment she is the youngest Islander that has gone in there in this particular series. So yeah, it'll be quite interesting to see how she gets on, I guess. She came across, I guess, quite confident, but also I feel like there's something about her that she's not going to reveal all of her emotion or all of her gameplay until the game has actually started. For her, 3 boys stepped forward, so Ron, Harris and Kai all stepped forward. She decided to couple up with Kai. Lana was the next girl to walk in, so she's currently 25, a makeup artist, and she also has a cowboy hat tattoo. I think she said she was fluent in Spanish, so I think out of the 3 girls, she's the one that I like the most, purely because she has that something a little extra. And yeah, again, Ron and Will stood forward for her. She also went for Ron. Olivia was the next girl to walk in, so she is an actress, ring girl, 27 years old. She does come across quite fiery, which is a good thing, and I think the boys will either love it or hate it. I think she'll be like Marmite. She'll either get on really, really well with someone, or she'll absolutely hate their guts. For Olivia, Harris and Will both stepped forward, but she actually decided to recouple with Kai, meaning that Anime was then on her own. She had to go sit on a couch. So yeah, Kai, that was his secondary coupling. And then we saw Tanyel come in, so she's a hairstylist, Turkish Cypriot, 26. Again, like Olivia, also seems quite fiery. So we get quite interesting to see what happens if the 2 of them end up going for the same guy. And again, we saw Harris and Will step forward, but also Kai as well. She then decided to recouple with Kai. And again, Olivia had only just got with him, but she joined Anime on the sofa. Both Olivia and Anime got to recouple again. So Anime was the first into the villa, so she got to choose first. So she got to couple up with Harris, leaving Olivia with Will. In terms of the chats, there wasn't really much chat. I think it was more just about everyone kind of getting to know who their couple was. So Shaq and Tanya, we found out that both of them like the colour blue. With Tanya and Kai, she said to him that she's into star signs. He kind of said that he wasn't really into it. And Kai actually said to her that both her and Anime are the 2 girls that are sticking out to him straight away. Ron and Lana had a quick chat. They both said that they were both 25. And for Lana, she said that when Ron spoke, his voice made like the decision for her. The voice sold it, so that's why she went for him. And then Harris and Anime both had their little chat where they spoke about the 3-month rule, where if it doesn't last more than 3 months, then yeah, there's no point taking it any further because it's not going to last anyway. So Olivia said that she kind of fancied Harris. Tanyel said to the other girls that she thinks Will is quite funny, with Olivia saying that's why that she chose him, but actually she didn't choose him, he chose her. With Shaq, he said that he likes Tanyel. Kai said that Anime and Olivia are definitely up there for him. So again, Kai's kind of telling the boys already what his kind of game plan is or who he's going for. And then with Anime and Olivia, they think that Kai's head is probably going to turn straight away. Again, Ron and Lana had a continuous chat. She said that she's a hopeless romantic, and when she's 100% in, she's 100% in. Lana adding that she usually always gives energy when it comes to a relationship, and she doesn't really get anything back. With Harris and Olivia, Olivia said that purely based on looks, she does like him, and also the fact that she didn't choose him, for him to not feel like he's rejected, there is still a chance. And Harris said that he is kind of just purely waiting for the one, so he doesn't want to have a mess around session or to be with someone for a bit and then end it. He kind of is looking for something serious. So yeah. And also I think for the 2 of them, they are in kind of a similar industry. So he's a boxer, she's a ring girl, so they did actually have that little interaction where he kind of recognised her. So maybe even just purely because they're in the same industry, they may be a good match. With Shaq and Tanya, she kind of said that she was really feeling it. So again, I think they were, out of all 5 of the couples, they were probably the 2 that were getting the closest. And Tanya actually had a chat with Shaq. She said that she potentially would get to know Harris and Kai, and I think he said he would potentially get to know Anime, Olivia and Tanyel. I'm not sure if that's exactly what I wrote, but basically everyone was talking about their potentials of who they were going to talk to next. Again, there was a group of 5 here, so Anna-May, Shaq, Ron, Lana and Olivia all had a quick chat. And Olivia basically just revealed to all of them that she wasn't really feeling Will. She was going to sleep on it, potentially to give it a second chance, but she does think that they can be good friends. So I think within that first episode, and actually within that first time of meeting someone, you do generally know if there's going to be something more or if you just have a friendship. So it's good that she doesn't put all of her eggs in one basket, but she's kind of potentially going to sleep on it, give it a go, and if not, then at least she's got a good guy friend. And then Olivia and Tanya also had a quick chat. She said that she was potentially going to experience Harris, saying that he's very cute, and also there potentially could be a match made in heaven. And then finally Harris and Tanyel, so they had a quick chat. She said that he seemed quite similar to her, and he said that he needs looks and personality and won't purely base someone just on how they look. So I think, again, potential between the two of them, but I don't know if she's a bit too fiery for him, and also she's 5 years older, so I don't know if, I'm not sure which way he or her swings, but again, that's not too bad, but it's just whether or not she wants a younger boy or whether she goes for an older boy. And right at the end of this episode, we found out that Bombshell Tom, footballer aged 23, was actually the surprise bombshell, and within 24 hours, he was actually going to recouple with one of the girls, leaving one of the boys single. So that was pretty much it at the end of episode 1. So we had the 6 boys, Harris, Shaq, Will, Kai, Ron, and obviously Tom, and then the 5 girls, Lana, Anna-May, Tanyel, Olivia, and Tanya. I think at the moment, the people that stand out for me straight away, like I said, Harris, really, really hot. Olivia and Tanyel, I think they're both really, really fiery. I think there's something about them, just that I feel like they don't take any nonsense from anyone, like boys, girls, anything, and whoever they happen to get in an argument with, it's just going to happen. And then also, like I said, Tom, good looking guy, not usually my type, but he does have really, really nice eyes. And I think a lot of people, especially on social media, are sort of starting to like Ron, not purely just because he's got the visual impairment, but also because he seems like a genuinely nice guy. And he is brave to have some sort of issue or disability or whatever it is and go on a national television show, because you don't know how you're going to be perceived, because you obviously are not on your phone. But he does come across as a really, really nice guy so far. So he's obviously a good representation for the community he's part of, and also let's see how far it can take him throughout the process. So yeah, that is pretty much it for episode 1. Like I said, I got Harris, my favourite boy so far. Tanyel, Olivia, both 2 fiery girls. I think Tanya's nice as well, but I think she just screams a lot. So I think that's, for me, that's the only problem with Tanya. She's a little like rocket of fire, and she's got so much energy, and she's like one of those little toys that you just wind up and it just never winds down. But I think she just does scream a little bit. Will, like I said, something a bit strange about him, and then the rest of them just seem quite general and quite nice. But yeah, haven't seen any drama or upset or anything naughty yet, so we'll just wait and see for that in the next episode. So yeah, that was pretty much it for the first episode of Series 9, 2023. If you did enjoy my review, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. There will be some more episodes coming soon, obviously every single day. I will try and post as regularly as I can. I will also be doing a weekly blog post of Love Island as well, so kind of summarising every single episode within a week as a week for a blog post. So for those of you that want to read rather than watch, or watch rather than read, or read and watch, then I've got those both options for you in terms of the content. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, and wherever you are, and I will see you for episode 2 of Series 9 very, very soon. And until then, thank you for watching. I've got a text, and goodbye.